question is, your ass. Is it natural or did you have to work on it? The shape of your ass is quite incredible.
Sometimes, the most powerful thing a celebrity can do in an interview is remind the person across from them exactly who they are talking to. Matthew McConaughey came on The View to promote his children's book, Just Because. The conversation was going well, until Joy Behar jumped in with a question that was not just rude, it was factually wrong. McConaughey is a gun owner. He has never called himself anti-gun. His position has always been gun responsibility, not gun control. Behar didn't care about the difference. She asked him, on live television, "Do you think you can get elected in Texas being anti-gun?"
I don't think anyone thinks you're one way or another way. And in 2021, you considered to run for governor of the state of Texas before deciding to focus on your family.
Yep.
Do you think political office is in your future? Can you see that?
If it's where I would deem myself to be most useful,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, as far as office, I will always measure what category I can be most useful. Let me go through.
Do you think
this
you
part of
could
my
get
time
elected in
life.
Texas being anti-gun?
Do I think I could get elected in Texas being anti-gun? One thing about if me in politics is to give you a direct statement right there is
Yeah.
be playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
Okay,
To give you a direct statement
Don't
right
do
there.
it.
McConaughey pointed his finger directly at her and shut it down in one sentence. To give you a direct statement right there is me playing a game I'm not interested in playing. Behar looked visibly stung. Whoopi Goldberg immediately cut to commercial. The audience said everything else. But where McConaughey used words to shut it down, the next celebrity on this list needed just 5. It was 2012. Rihanna was in London for the press conference of her debut film, Battleship, her first major acting role, a milestone moment in her career. She was there to talk about the film. A reporter named Sarah had other plans. After spending several sentences complimenting Rihanna on her connection with fans and the success of her career, Sarah pivoted, asking, on camera, at a professional press conference, whether a certain Ashton Kutcher would be flying to London to visit her.
ITN. Rihanna, this is a question for you. I have no doubt that all of your fans will be coming to see this film. You know, you have so many, and you're so good at connecting with people that I think that we actually feel that we know you. Things are clearly going brilliantly in your career. I just wondered if you are as happy in your private life, and will we be seeing a certain Mr. Ashton Kutcher perhaps making a trip over here?
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
Should we move on to another one?
Absolutely.
I think there was a question. We've got to move on. I think
I'm
there's a
happy
question
and I'm
here.
single, if that's what you were really asking.
Rihanna didn't raise her voice. She shook her head, looked directly at the reporter, and said 5 words that ended the conversation completely. Wow. How disappointing was that question? The moderator immediately stepped in to move things along. But not before Rihanna added, "I'm happy and I'm single, if that's what you're really asking." Sarah had spent a full minute building up to what she thought was a clever question. Rihanna dismantled it in 4 seconds. Still, as sharp as that response was, what comes next is a reminder that some celebrities have spent years absorbing this kind of treatment in silence, and the moment they finally speak, it carries the weight of everything they never said. Jonah Hill has 2 Academy Award nominations. He has collaborated with Martin Scorsese, the Coen brothers, and Bennett Miller. He is, by every professional measure, one of the most versatile and respected actors of his generation. And yet, in interview after interview, for years, the questions were never about the work. They were about his body. Always his body. Hill has spoken openly in recent years about the toll that constant public scrutiny of his appearance took on him personally, making this next clip far heavier than it might first appear.
And changing of your physique. I mean, you look great. Everybody wants to know what made you make the change.
I just decided one day I wanted to be healthier, and I went and saw a nutritionist, and that's what I did. Stuck to it.
But are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party or anything? Because I run into that a whole lot. I'm the fat one.
Okay.
So are you the fat guy in Hollywood still, or does everybody like look at you and they're like, oh wow, you know, this is great, now you're healthy?
Do you have any other questions that are smart?
I have a question because you're in Atlanta and you.
What you just watched wasn't just a clapback. That was years of silence finally being broken on camera. The reporters in this clip wore smiles while asking those questions, as if that somehow made them acceptable. It didn't. And Hill, to his enormous credit, made that unmistakably clear. 2 Academy Award nominations. And they came with questions about his weight. But if Jonah Hill's composure was hard-earned, the Toronto International Film Festival, 2015. Tom Hardy was there to promote Legend, a film in which he played both Cray twins simultaneously, a performance that was already generating significant awards buzz. A reporter, seemingly undeterred by the setting, the occasion, or Hardy's visible discomfort, decided that the most pressing question was not about the film at all, but about Hardy's personal life. Specifically, his sexuality.
Hit subscribe and drop your location in the comments. I read every single one.
And we're an LGBT news organization, and our question is for Tom Hardy. In the film, your character Ronnie is very open about his sexuality, but given interviews you've done in the past, your own sexuality seems a bit more ambiguous. Do you find it hard for celebrities to talk to media about their sexuality?
What on earth are you on about?
I was referring to an interview given to Attitude magazine a few years ago.
But what is your question?
I was wondering if you find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality.
I don't find it difficult for celebrities to talk about their sexuality. Are you asking me about my sexuality?
Sure.
Why?
Why?
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, all right.
Despite the visible tension in his jaw, Hardy kept his composure, asking the reporter, with devastating calm, what the question had to do with the film he was there to promote. The reporter had no satisfactory answer. They never do. Hardy was widely praised afterward for the way he drew that line, firmly, articulately, without crossing into hostility. He protected his private life without losing his professionalism for a single second. The reporter had come looking for a headline. Hardy gave them a lesson instead. But what comes next is the moment in this video that will stay with you the longest. Because this one very nearly broke through. Nicki Minaj has spent the better part of 2 decades being one of the most scrutinized women in the music industry. She has broken records, outlasted critics, and navigated a level of public pressure that very few artists ever experience. So when this reporter, at a press conference, in front of her entire team, decided to take a condescending tone with one of the most successful artists alive, the response was not just a clapback. It was a dismantling.
My question is, your ass. Is it natural or did you have to work on it? The shape of your ass is quite incredible. So I'm just wondering how something like that happens.
What do you mean, how does it happen? I don't understand.
There are shapes there that I've never seen before. Do you have to go to the gym for this, or is that what you was born with?
I didn't even want to answer that stupid ass question.
It's just what the people want to know.
No,
I mean,
that's not what the people want to know. This is what you brought me here to do? I need, where's my publicist? I'm not gonna sit here and take this.
Are you kidding me?
Minaj did not raise her voice. She did not storm off. She identified exactly what the reporter was doing, called it out publicly, and answered entirely on her own terms. That reporter left that press conference with a lesson they did not come in expecting to receive. Still, as surgical as Nicki Minaj's response was, what comes next is a reminder that sometimes celebrities don't dismantle interviewers with words. They do it with sheer, uncontrollable personality. Quentin Tarantino has never been shy about defending his work. But when journalist Krishnan Guru-Murthy sat down with him in 2013 and asked whether he believed his films could inspire real-world violence, Tarantino did not defend himself. He didn't argue. He didn't explain. He refused the premise entirely.
And that's why, is that why you think people like watching violent movies? People who are not violent people or twisted people in any way, but why it's okay to go into a movie and enjoy the violence?
Yeah, well, it's a movie. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy. It's not real life. It's a fantasy. You go and you watch, you watch a kung fu movie and one guy takes on 100 people in a restaurant. That's fun.
But why are you so sure that there's no link between enjoying movie violence and enjoying real violence?
I'm going to tell you why I'm so sure. Do not ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question.
Why?
Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave and you're not my master. You can't make me dance to your tune.
I'm
not a monkey.
I can't make you answer anything. I'm asking you interesting questions.
And I'm saying I refuse.
Okay. Well, no, I was just asking you why. That's fine. But you see, Jamie Foxx has said we can't turn our back and say that violence in films or anything that we do doesn't have a source
Then you
of
should talk to
influence.
Jamie Foxx about that. And I think he's actually here, so you can.
I'd love to, but I mean, it's interesting that you have a different view, and I'm just trying to explore that.
Yeah, and I don't want to. Because I'm here to sell my movie. This is a commercial for the movie. Make no mistake.
You
and
interviews. So you don't want to talk about anything serious?
I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the implications of violence.
I'm not biting, Tarantino told him. I refuse your question. When Guru-Murthy pressed further, Tarantino's response became one of the most quoted lines in interview history. I'm not your slave and you're not my master. You can't make me dance to your tune. I'm not a monkey. The room went completely still. The interviewer had come expecting an argument. He got a refusal. Total, absolute, and non-negotiable. One might have assumed that after such a confrontation, Guru-Murthy would have reconsidered his approach. He did not. Because just months later, he sat down across from Samuel L. Jackson. And what Jackson did to him became one of the most iconic exchanges in the history of live television. February 2014. Samuel L. Jackson appeared live by satellite on KTLA in Los Angeles to promote his upcoming film, RoboCop. Entertainment reporter Sam Rubin opened the interview by asking Jackson what the reaction had been to his recent Super Bowl commercial. There was just one problem. Samuel L. Jackson had not appeared in a Super Bowl commercial. That was Lawrence Fishburne. Two entirely different men. Two entirely different careers. Two entirely different faces. Rubin had confused them, live on air, in front of the entire city of Los Angeles.
Working for Marvel, the Super Bowl commercial, did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, you know what? I've admit my mistake.
You're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not Lawrence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
Father, you're
we may
exactly
be
right.
all black and famous.
You
but
are
we all don't look
guilty.
alike.
I am guilty.
Next question.
I am guilty.
He thought you were Bob Dylan.
Right. That's right.
You're the entertainment reporter.
I know. How dumb
You're
am
the
I?
entertainment reporter
Right.
for this station.
Flog.
And you don't know the difference between
I
me and
know.
Lawrence Fishburne.
My mistake. My mistake. I apologize. Really, my big mistake. Let's talk about.
That must be a very short line for your job.
I'll
outside
say.
there.
No, it probably would not be hard to get another person to sit right here. Let's talk about RoboCop.
Oh, hell no. Really? Really?
You're as crazy as the people on Twitter, Jackson told him. I'm not Lawrence Fishburne. We don't all look alike. We may be all black and famous, but we don't all look alike. You're busted. And then, with extraordinary precision, Jackson proceeded to educate Rubin on exactly which black actor appeared in which commercial. I'm the what's in your wallet black guy, he said. He's the car black guy. Morgan Freeman is the other credit card black guy. You only hear his voice though, so you probably won't confuse him with Lawrence Fishburne. Rubin apologized immediately, and then again more formally in writing afterward, calling it, in his own words, a very amateur mistake. It was the understatement of the year. Samuel L. Jackson is one of the highest-grossing actors in cinema history. He is not Lawrence Fishburne. He made sure everyone watching knew that. Forever. But as memorable as that moment was, the next clip is the one that nobody who was in that room has ever been able to forget. Robert Downey Jr. sat down with Krishnan Guru-Murthy, the same journalist who had, just months earlier, been refused and publicly dressed down by Quentin Tarantino to promote Avengers, Age of Ultron. Downey was professional, diplomatic. He answered every question that was within reason. But Guru-Murthy had not learned his lesson. He began steering the conversation away from the film entirely, toward Downey's political beliefs. When Downey deflected, asking, with barely concealed exasperation, "Are we promoting a movie?" Guru-Murthy pressed harder. Into his incarceration. Into his relationship with his father. Into his history with drugs and alcohol. At a press junket. For a Marvel film.
Yeah. I mean, you say we're promoting an interview, promoting the movie. I mean, obviously you're doing a promotional round of interviews, and that's why we're talking about the movie. But we also would like to talk a little bit about you, and I don't know how comfortable you are, you know, talking about yourself at the moment.
You have as much time as anyone else will.
Yeah, well, okay, well then let me just ask you a few more questions, and you can answer them if you want to and not if you don't want to. I mean, well, I think we've got 3 more minutes on our agreement.
Your foot's starting to jump a little bit. You better get to your next question.
The reason I'm asking about the past is that you've talked in other interviews again about your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in you know, the dark periods you entered and taking drugs and drinking and all of that. And I just wondered whether, you know, you think you're free of all of that, or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions. That's all.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
are you? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Do you?
You seem okay. It's just getting a little dinosaur in your.
No, look, I don't want to do that.
Thank you.
Robert Downey Jr. stood up and walked out. And later, in a separate interview with Howard Stern, he made his feelings about Guru-Murthy completely clear. He told Stern he wished he had left sooner. He then called Guru-Murthy a bottom feeder, and said, with a kind of precision that only someone who has truly been wronged can summon, "We're promoting Avengers. A lot of kids are going to see it. This has nothing to do with your creepy, dark agenda that I'm feeling, like all of a sudden I'm ashamed and obligated to accommodate your weirdo agenda." Guru-Murthy, for his part, wrote a lengthy piece defending his approach, saying he wasn't in the business of doing promotional interviews. The internet disagreed. Overwhelmingly. Subscribe to PopServe, new video dropping this week. And drop your location in the comments. Let me know where in the world PopServe is being watched from.